Hi guys, I'm Macaila.
And I'm Kaylee.
And welcome to, what was that? And welcome to...
I see why you did so with your hands.
The fuck, because that's what it gives.
Alright, and period, so.
Okay. And welcome to Two Girls in a Corner.
In the spirits of Valentine's Day, I think it's only suitable to talk about why we're single.
Oh.
Right, that just makes sense.
It's only right.
It just makes sense.
Right.
So I'm single because I self-inflict trauma and I self-sabotage every relationship that I've been in.
I'm single because I'm selfish and
Explain why you're selfish. What makes you selfish?
It's Macaila's world and everybody else just lives in it.
Right. Is that like the right thing to do?
No, I want to change, but it's hard.
Okay.
I'm trying though.
Yeah. What do you think has like caused your selfishness?
Huh?
What has caused that? Because everything has has roots. What are the roots of your selfishness?
I'm the last girl.
You're the last girl, right?
My mama had 2 girls before me,
mm-hmm.
and me being the youngest, it's
right.
like I get whatever I want.
Okay.
And my mom being growing up a single mom,
mm-hmm.
you know,
she tried her best to like give everything she could.
You feel me?
And she didn't tell you no a lot.
At all.
Okay.
And I have older sisters who don't tell me no either.
Right.
Right.
That definitely plays a role, especially since they're like 6 years. What's the age difference between you and your sister?
Rochelle.
Mm-hmm.
30. I'm 22.
I was about to say 30 years. That was wild. I was like, that's
sorry.
Yeah.
Rochelle's 30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 22. Brianna's 31.
Okay. So what's that? 20. That's almost 10 years, 9 years. What is it?
8.
8 years. Okay.
And
that's similar to how I am with Brianna and Jacob. So I understand though. Like I try my best to give them everything.
Right.
They're my siblings, and that's what you do, right? Okay.
But it's affected like me in a relationship aspect as well.
Okay, because you want it your way and your way only. Okay.
As it should be.
So let's ask this: should a woman go 50-50 in a relationship?
Hey yo.
Hey, that's a valid question.
It depends on the dynamic.
Okay.
You feel me? I feel like if we're going 50-50,
mm-hmm.
I want 50-50 in everything. We're making 50-50 house decisions. Because I feel like a man should lead.
Okay.
Right? And
in order for a man should be a man.
And in order for a man to be on top, like things like paying the bills and handling the household, everything's gonna go through my man. I'm of course gonna give my opinion, but at the end of the day, he gets to make the main decision. So
okay, so
if we're going 50-50, we're making this decision together. Oh, if I don't like that,
okay, but that's decision making. So let's talk about financially, because you said the man's paying the bills, this and this. So is he paying all of the bills or
every single one?
Okay.
But then that also comes with the female.
50-50,
that also comes with the female having to keep up with the house, watch the children, make sure everything's clean, fed, all that.
So that to you, that's what 50-50 is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say like you go out to eat, and do you ever be like, I got it this time?
If I'm in the mood.
Okay. How often do you get in that mood for that?
Once every month.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not even. You feel me? I might like, oh babe, let's go get something to eat.
Right. Now let's say, do you think a man would be offended if, especially if he's like a strong, dominant man who's like, I want to take care of everything, I want to do everything, and then you kind of offer like I want to do something. Like for me, okay, for me, in my opinion, I have a hard time letting a man be a man.
Okay.
Like I have a hard time if a man says, okay, I'm gonna do this for you, I'm gonna do that. I'm like, no, it's okay, like I got it. Just because I've always had that independent mindset, I've always had that independent like thought process. So for me, that's kind of where I have a hard time in a relationship, because I don't
let a man be a man.
Exactly. And I'm a very strong, dominant female, which I know is not always the most attractive thing per se, but like at the same time, I'm just gonna do it for myself before I'm needing someone else to do it for me. So I would definitely be a 50-50 person. Definitely like 50, like, okay, like, all right, if you're gonna pay rent, rent 1,200, I'll give you 6, you do 6. Or if it's like, okay, I'm gonna pay rent, you pay electricity, water, all that extra shit, you know, utilities, like what's that, Wi-Fi, internet, stuff like that. Like I would do that. I feel like that's considered 50-50. What about if you're on a restaurant and a dude's like, are you gonna split the bill or what? What's the play? Is that like a turn off on your first date?
And he tells me he wants to take me out? And he tells me he wants to take me out?
Yeah.
No, I'm not paying nothing. You should never ask me on a date.
Okay.
But, like, I don't mind, like, my man paying the bill and I tip.
I think that's valid, too. You go to the movies, he pays for the tickets, you get the snacks, right? Even
Snacks
though
more
the
expensive
snacks
than
out
the
bad
money.
is like,
We're going to Dollar Tree first.
Oh.
I'm going to put in my big purse.
Listen, I saw the trend where they be putting the little, the
pregnant thing in the foam case.
But is that a little, extreme?
Wild.
It's all for the cause.
Wild. All you need is a big purse.
I'm waiting for the day that they start checking purses. You think they'd even be mad? You think they'd just let it slide? What about the Walmart?
They might let it slide. What? Hey, yo.
Walmart self-checkout? They're struggling right now.
No, because they said they're going to close down Walmart.
That would really be tough. Because
they just need to pick up their security. Like, watch better. Y'all need to have your head on a swivel. What do y'all talk about?
But like, why should they even have to do that?
Why are people...
It's a struggling society out here. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes
you getting six ramen noodles. You're only scanning 3.
Scanning 1.
No, you have to pretend. You do the pretend scan. Pretend scan, so the sensors are still getting it. That's where they really be getting you. Is when you do like the whole motion where you just bring it over.
Exactly. But no, because they installed that new camera on the top.
At the top. Fact. So they see the motion. That's where the motion is. That's where it's coming up.
Boop. You just gotta leave a couple things at the bottom of the basket.
No, because let me tell you about the time somebody I know did that. They told me that they left them at the bottom of the basket. And as you're going out, right? I don't know. Usually this be like, cool, bet. Check the receipt real quick. Good, you're gone. For some reason, the lady that day, you know, they told me that she just wanted to look around on the cart, noticed that something was missing out of place. So she's underneath the cart going like this. I'm like, hey.
Is that day you went to Walmart? You called?
It wasn't me. But, yeah, I called you after she called me. And
I remember.
So I was like, yeah, yo, that was a very humbling moment for that person. So.
They could have got right.
Right.
Locked up in the cell.
It'd be, yeah. Target, everywhere's doing the self-checkout now. They're real bold for that. But I think Walmart, people just think that, okay.
Walmart don't care. Like
Walmart do care. That's why I literally just saw a post that was like, there's many felony charges pending due to Walmart. Things being stolen from Walmart. People just don't care. So I think that's I want to know what that's like though, right?
Right. I've just heard stories.
Right.
Anyways. Okay. So back on topic. A question that was asked was, what kind of person did you become after your worst heartbreak? Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one.
I think first getting back like into the details of the breakup, I feel like it's not necessarily, but I feel like the hardest breakup for sure is when you get cheated on.
It's the initial hurt for me. Like, without not knowing what that hurt will feel like and going through it, bitch, you're sick.
What do you mean? Explain. Because
I'm
lost.
I'm not getting up. I'm not getting out of bed.
You're sick because you're hurt and you're depressed.
No, that's the first time you ever feel anything like that. You're sick.
Yeah. No, yeah, you dead ass sick. Heartbreak it affects your whole body. It's that whole eternal stress in your body.
Girl. And then for the first heartbreak at that, changed me to a whole different person. After I went through that and understood, like, okay, Macaila, you're really that girl. Yeah. Stand up.
Okay, but you definitely don't realize that until you're out of high school, because I feel like I look back at pictures of myself when I was in high school and I was like, no wonder.
So your first heartbreak was in high school?
Yeah. Okay. For a fact. But like, does it even count at that point? You know, because it's like,
explain it.
Now that I'm older, it's like high school relationships are high school relationships. Doesn't even really matter.
Explain it. What happened? Okay.
Well, I was in a relationship. We were together for 9 months. It was good. It was good. I thought it was great. Like, when I'm in a relationship, I'm like, okay, I'm in love. This is who I'm going to marry. If I'm even at that point with you, calling you my boyfriend, you're meeting my family, you're being around, I'm spending all this time with you, I'm being sexually active with you. Like, that's like, okay, I'm going to marry you one day.
Right.
And being young and naive at the time, like, that's big.
Right.
That's big for anybody. And this is my first relationship. Like, I'm in high school, never had my first kiss, never been sexually active, never done any of this. So you're taking my virginity, you're doing all this. So you think this is love, like, and I'm and you're just naive to think that it's the same way for them, right? So then we're 9 months in, and starts acting a little funny. Like you get the signs, but again, like I said, you're naive. You don't see those things. So like, of course, you have your older people, like my mom, for example.
Okay.
She's the first person to be like, "Oh nah,
Oh,
he's got something going. He's cheating," because she got experience. Like,
because mama knows.
A woman knows. And now that I'm older, I can understand those things. I can understand where she was coming from. Before, I was like, Mom, he would never do me like that. Like, he wouldn't. Like, he loves me. Right. He loves me. I'm sure he cared about me a lot. I'm sure. But I lost the train of thought. Anyways. Yeah, so it was 9 months, and it was my birthday party, my 16th birthday party. My mom threw for me. It was all big thing, whatever. One of my homegirls came. She's gay. Cool. Whatever. We don't care about that. But it was towards the end of the night. We're trying to have fun. We're trying to dance, have fun, whatever. And she gives me like a lap dance or whatever. I could understand where he felt some type of way, but he took it to the extreme. Like, he was trying to fight, like talking shit to her, whatever the case may be. And I was like, whatever. He broke up with me. And that like killed me. I remember I called my mom. I just started bawling in the hallways. I went to the bathroom, skip class that period. I went to the bathroom and I was just bawling. I was crying. I was like, Mom, please pick me up. Mom, please pick me up. This one, she did the bus run. My mom works for daycare. So she was doing the bus run. She's on the bus. And this is the time where they were less strict, so you could just say, hey, I want to sign out my daughter, whatever, and they'll let you go. So she signed me out, and I started walking down. I got on the bus, and I was just boohoo crying. My mom's like, he's got another girl. That's why he's acting like this. And I'm like, no, like, we're just going through a hard time right now. Like, excuse me, we're getting out of the honeymoon phase or whatever the case may be. And then we got back together. Mm-hmm. But then I don't remember the time frame in between, but I know it was never what it was when we first started dating. And then I remember I was in Orlando and ooh, take that out.
We're gonna crop that part out.
Oh boy posted a picture of him and another girl. And I was just like, it was what? It was what? Are you saying a person's name? Yeah.
The picture was posted of,
The picture was posted of, it was them two. You couldn't really see her face too much, but you knew it was not me. I remember, like, I was chilling. Like, I was having fun with my cousin. Like, we were just walking across the mall, whatever, we were having a good time. And I just remember, I just boo-hoo cried outside the mall, just crying. Like, people probably thought I was like, bitch, what the fuck is going on with this bitch? Because I was like, my heart was broken. And I never felt nothing like that. I was depressed from that point on. I was real depressed. I already had low self-esteem just because of past trauma, whatever the case may be. And just to get cheated on, it really makes you look at yourself and be like, why? Like, what's wrong with me?
Exactly.
What's wrong with me? What did I do to make you? But in situations like that, you got to realize sometimes it's not you. But it took me a long time to realize that. So I'm sitting there, I'm in my bag. I'm begging him, like, please don't do this to me. We're on the phone. She gets on the phone. We're talking.
It's a three-way call?
He's with her. I'm in Orlando chilling, doing my own thing with my cousin on some family stuff. And he's with her. And I guess because I don't remember how she found out about me or something, like, she knew about me. She had to have known about me, that we were together. But she's talking to me on the phone. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, da-da-da-da. And he's taking the phone from her and, like, disrespecting me. Like, making, like, I'm crazy. Like,
you're the side bitch.
Like, I'm the side bitch. I'm the one who's crazy. Not even the side bitch. I'm the ex who can't get over him. That's what he was making it seem like. And that was not the case at all.
Y'all were still together.
We were still together. We were still sexually active. We were still doing stuff. And mind you, I'm 16? Like, and having this heartbreak, I'm like, 16, you're at a time where you're trying to find yourself. Like, I feel like you really don't find yourself till college, but you're trying to find that beginning of yourself, like who you're going to be, who's going to be for it. So for me to go through that at that time, and this is somebody that I like, you were there for like all my family stuff, everything that I've ever been through. And for me to even like open my door to that, because you know my family's like, so for me to comfortably open up to you and you're the person I call if me and my mom are arguing, or if me and my brother gets in a fight, or whatever the case may be, and then for you to like turn your back on me for somebody else, and
It's real fake.
it's real, breaks your heart, and cry about it. And yeah, so I just remember one time, like, my mom still like laughs about it to this day, but I was dead ass in my bag, and when I think about it, I'm like, bitch, you're really like sped for that. But I'm like heartbroken. Like, I hate the world. I hate everything. It's raining outside. Awesome movie shit.
You was laying down in the rain, bitch.
Hold on. I go outside and I'm just like, I start crying. I have my headphones in. I'm listening to Janae. Janae did it to
Got
me.
you through.
It's like, now when I listen to that album, you know how you can listen to a song and it kind of reminds you of a time, or you can go back to that time? That's how I feel about Janae's album that I listened to a lot when I was like, hey, yo. That I was like listening to. I was just laying there. And then I sat in the middle of the road of my street and just laid there. And I said, I don't care.
You laid in the street?
I laid in the street. I was we're not even going to say what you're thinking.
Okay.
But yes, I was so sad. I was so hurt. I was the
house.
Huh?
What you smell like when you went in the house?
What did I smell like when I went in the house?
After the rain.
Anyways,
sorry.
Just know I took a shower when I went inside.
Period. That's all that matters.
You probably just I was so depressed. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. Anyway,
You were upset.
I didn't care.
It's okay. It was a tough moment for my best friend.
Right. It was hard. It was real hard for me. And of course, being dumb.
Excuse me. I need to go.
You're gonna go get another bottle?
What?
Okay.
Excuse me.
Go ahead. I'm gonna take a brief intermission in this video.
Be your head to make this. Yeah, boy.
Okay. Where were we?
Cheers to that.
Cheers to life.
Mm-hmm. And heartbreak.
Mm.
Mm. Anyway, so back to my story. So yeah, of course, being dumb, stupid, still in love, kept going back and forth, back and forth between him, back and forth between her and me. Then we went, what is it?
Lips.
Gloss?
Liner.
Fix it. Look at yours.
Fucked.
Fix it.
Small intervention. Much don't look like
No,
yours.
but I seen it. So I'm a personal enclosed. So okay. Anyways. So boom, can you get it together? Put it down.
Sorry.
Just be present in the moment.
You need to be present
Get
in
it
the moment.
off,
That's
man.
why I pulled the camera out.
It's giving
Blowjob.
Harley Quinn. Whoa.
Hey, yo.
Another story for another time. Anyways. Not funny anymore?
I'm ready.
Okay. So now we're in a period of time. Mind you, this relationship is a 4-year time span. Now, when I say 3.5, 4 years, on and off. Now, I say he cheated on me 9 months into our relationship. So just imagine of how long I kept dealing with shit that I didn't need to deal with. So he's back and forth between me and her. And it was like, he would tell her one thing, like, oh, he would tell me, oh, she's being crazy. Like, I'm trying to leave her alone, da-da-da-da. But apparently he was saying the same thing to her. He was playing a good game. He was doing it. You know, I'm young. Like I said, I'm naive. So I kept going back. You know, even friends of his were telling me, like, just do better for yourself. Like, why are you even putting yourself through that? But I was just so in love, and I was just so naive. And I wanted love. I craved love so bad. And even to this day, I feel that way, that I really want love. But not to a point where I'm going to let someone put me in that position again. So I'm just going back and forth, whatever. Eventually, like, there came a period of time, too, where me and the girl, we started being friends on some real lame, like, she's cool. Like, I can't even say that she's not a cool person. Like, she was a really cool person. And I think a lot of the times in situations like that, the female always wants to retaliate against her, against the other girl. But we have to realize that there's a common denominator here. You feel me? We're not the problem. We probably are two good females, but sometimes people want the best of both worlds.
Want their cake and eat it too.
And that's cool. You know, some people are on that, what is it, polygamy? Why are you doing that? Why you did that? You know, to some people that's cool. You feel me? But you need to have establish some boundaries very clearly. I wasn't on that.
I don't play with my man.
But yeah. So it was just a lot of back and forth. They stopped dealing with each other, and then me and him were talking again. But then it's never the same after going.
Break up.
Yeah, like I just remember there was times like we would be having sex or doing something like that, and I would kind of just like, I hate to say it, like I was just laying there, but it was just like there's no feelings, there's no intimacy anymore. It's
if
like,
you know though.
It's like what you're giving, if you're giving all your energy to somebody else, you have none left to give me to fill my cup. You're not filling my energy. I'm not feeling good in this moment because now I know you're over here doing something with somebody else.
Right.
Like it's never gonna be the same.
I can never give you all of me.
Exactly. And just even like having sex is a very intimate thing. And how can I do that with you knowing you're doing this to somebody else? I just remember thinking like each stroke, like I'm like, this is the same thing he did with her. Like I'm just sitting there, I'm just thinking it like, and it sounds crazy, but like
that's how you thought.
Yeah, and you know what? I was stupid. I can admit that, and I was dumb, and I took a lot of it for a long time, but it made me a better person in terms of having more respect for myself. Like, I took bottom tier, like, for so long. I'm not going to let myself do that again, but I feel like now I have a hard time even allowing myself to get in that position with somebody because, one, I have a hard time getting vulnerable. And I think that's why it was hard for me to get over him because I opened myself up to him. I gave myself to him. And for me, I have a hard time doing that. Because when you give yourself to somebody, they have all of you. They have like a hold on you in a way that nobody else does.
Right.
So for me to even get to that point with somebody, it takes a lot. And that's why now I'm so guarded and I don't allow people in. And like I said, I self-sabotage. I ruin good things. Things that could be really good, and I know I could be happy in those situations. To me, I tell myself mentally or subconsciously that I don't deserve it. I'm not meant to be loved. And that's what I tell myself, and that's why I have a hard time even allowing myself to be with somebody who is good for me. I fall a lot of the time for assholes. Everybody I've been with since, like, I'm not going to say everybody, I'm not going to disrespect everybody. And I'm sure there's people who's really wanted to treat me right, and I didn't give them the time of day because I go for the people who are unattainable. I go for the people that I know I don't have to fully commit to. I don't have to fully...
You go for the assholes.
Yeah, so I don't have to give myself fully to anybody. I don't have to be vulnerable. Because you know I have a hard time with that. You know I have a hard time putting my pride to the side and being like...
For sure.
Exactly, because when I was in that first relationship, I begged him on my knees to be with me, for me to be the person he wanted and only wanted. Just me. So like I'm like I don't want to ever be in a position where I'm begging someone to treat me right or begging someone to be with me.
Right.
Like it's not worth it. But there are some battles worth fighting and there are some things worth fighting for, but I don't know if...
And I also feel like that's our problem. We don't want to fight.
Okay. Because you went through something similar.
Very.
Very similar. It was very funny because me and her, like, I think it's so funny because the way God does things for me and her is like either I go through it first, so when she's going through it, she can help. I mean, I can help her through it, or vice versa. Like we always end up going through the same thing.
Exact same thing.
I just remember you didn't want to tell me about it because
I don't like hearing people's mouth.
I got cheated on first, right? I got cheated on first, and she talk shit. Like she talked shit. She was like, "Why are you with him? Like leave him. Like fuck him." Da da da. But I'm like, no. I'm so in love.
I was like, fuck him, bro.
Right.
You don't need him.
Yeah. So when it happened to you and you understood you're in my position,
I said, hey,
yo, I'm not telling her shit. And she didn't tell me for a long time. I was hurt that she didn't tell me. Just because I'm like, I'm your best friend, and especially since I went through it, it was like this is something that we could understand together, and you didn't tell me. Because
I'm real weird. Like, I feel like I'm always there for people whenever they go through something, but I don't want to tell nobody my business.
I'm not nobody, bitch.
Yeah, you're not nobody, but it's just something that's like, I'll always tell you, but if I feel like that's something that's real, like, it's gonna, like, Kaylee, me and you need to be face to face in order for me to, like, tell you what's going on. You feel me? Because there's some things that's like,
and I understand, like, I know there's certain things that
I don't want to say gives me anxiety, but I feel like I'm, like, self-conscious about.
Okay.
Even though we be going through the same exact things. I just be like, damn, I don't want nobody to know I'm going through this.
Because you be embarrassed about it.
As fuck.
And it's also, like, it goes hand in hand with, like, let's say you and your boyfriend get into a fight, right? Or he does some fucked up shit. And he's involved with your family, everybody knows him. And you don't tell your family nothing because you don't want him to know he's a bad guy. Just in case in the situation where you leave each other, like, y'all don't be
Bro, I don't want nobody to know what's going on because if me and you going into it and, like, say you beat
because once family... Oh. Are we going to get into that conversation?
We're going to cheers
I
to
don't
that.
think the DV should be... We're not cheersing to that.
We're going to cheers to that.
We're going to cheers
We're going to cheers to shutting the... Oh. What were you saying?
Well, we were talking. You were having the conversation. So,
I was saying sometimes I just like to...
Okay, yeah, when family gets involved, you don't want family to know because once the family hates them...
There's no going back!
Facts. It's hard to get back that family.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's real hard.
I understand.
And it's like...
And that's how it was for, like, my ex. But I understand it, though. Because when you have someone in your family or, like, you go through it, like, it takes a long time for them to win me back as your friend. And everyone talks shit about, like, oh, her best friend's fucking it up for me, da-da-da. But it's because we really be looking out.
For each other, like, blood's thicker than water.
What blood?
Remember when we shared our blood together that one time?
Don't tell people that. Do not tell people that story.
Remember when we poked ourselves and we put it together and we're like this?
Yeah. With Mr. Chris's
diabetes needle.
The diabetes needle. If you know, you know.
My fan.
Okay. Well, has there ever been a time where you fucked up in a relationship?
For sure.
Okay.
I am very, like, I don't know how to submit. Boom.
I feel like you're a simp, so.
No, but, like, when I say submit, I'm a simp, like, I want to spend all my time with my nigga, but I'm not going to cook. I'm not going to clean. That's just, okay, boom.
Okay, because let's go back to the conversation we were having earlier, correct?
Okay.
We were talking about the 50-50. You said if he pays the bills, he does this, he does that. And you said, okay, the woman is home, taking care of the house, cleaning, cooking, taking care of the kids. Now, go back to that. Now, you have to be able to do those things.
Of course, if I want a nigga to do what I want him to do for me.
And those are those things, sorry to cut you off, but do you feel like that is something that's difficult for you to do?
No.
Okay.
Because in a situation that I have been in, I realize that that's not something that's hard for me. Like, I want to do that. I don't mind cleaning the house. I don't mind doing laundry. I don't mind cleaning dishes. I don't mind. Like, I don't mind.
Okay, but I feel like that's something. There's always someone who's gonna be worth doing those things for.
You feel me?
And changing those things for. And this one, you have to come and look at yourself and say, okay, what can I fix? But sometimes it's not you that's the problem.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure you do need to be able to cook and clean and
wash everything, but shine and grin. Hey, your man.
But that person maybe was not someone that you wanted to do those things for. You can sit there and
you should want to feel like you want to do those things for that person. If somebody's bashing you and continues to, like, hit you in the face, like, Macaila, this is what you're supposed to be doing, I'm not gonna want to do bitch. I do what the fuck I want to do.
It's like when your mom tells you to do the dishes, but you were gonna do it because
I was gonna do it regardless of why you had to tell me to do it.
Right. I understand. But were you gonna do it?
I was, because I wanted to. I don't want to do it no more because you asked me to. So fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what be your go-to meal to cook?
Cream of mushrooms.
Hey, shrimp off right now.
Cream and
Shrimp
mushy.
Alfredo's the go-to.
That's Kaylee's go-to.
I ain't making.
Mine's cream and mushroom chicken, white rice, green beans.
I ain't making the whole sauce in the itself. I'm not taking off the Parmesan and grating it. I'm not doing that.
she
I
pulling
like
it out in the
regular.
rag.
I don't like cheese. I don't like cheese that much. I can't. So.
She gonna pull out a
But I
rag.
can cook other things though.
You can. You chef it up now.
Yeah, but my go-to. There's always things you work on in the kitchen. My rice always fuck up my rice.
Oh, bitch, I got rice down. Before I even knew, like, rice, it's the water. You has to go up to that water line right there. If the water hits there, that's a
You
good
put
pot
your
of rice.
finger in it.
With clean hands, bitch, I wash my hands.
Of course, with clean hands.
Yeah, my finger goes all the way in that hole. I'm not even gonna hold you. And if I have a nail on, start where the nail start, like where your fingertip starts. Don't count the nail.
But so how can you put your finger in with your nails?
You just put it in, touch the bottom, and then where your line is, that's where you start. Like, right there.
Okay. See, I kind of just wing it.
And that's why
My rice be mushy or be too hard.
it be mushy.
But I've been doing real good at my
No,
rice.
you snap on your rice now. That
It's
was like
when I'm have to
mad
make
months
bigger,
ago.
It's when I have to make bigger portions. So like I got 2 cups down.
Oh.
You need 2 cups of rice. I got it down. But when I tell you, if you need 4 cups, I'm not gonna make 2 pots.
Mine, what I can't get down is cornbread.
I've never even attempted to make cornbread, but I feel like it's all about the ratios of the eggs. I can't bake. If you want some brownies, I'm just gonna be real watery, soggy. Like
Watery, not dry.
no, I can't. I always fuck up the ratios. So like, you know those brownies, they're nice and like
I don't like brownies.
if
I
you
don't like
too
chocolate.
like it tastes like water. I like brownies. You're weird. So
Oh, I'm different. I'm not.
you know one thing I hate about you?
There's 7 things I hate about you.
You know what I hate?
What?
Is
When you
that-
eat a bell pepper and I get disgusted. That whole eat a bell pepper raw with a little crispy, look
It's
like it was
not
on the
raw.
pan.
I saute it. You saute it. You know when you
It looks
saute it,
like
adds
you
some
flipped
flavor.
it back and forth on. It looked like it would be so good, but that shit nasty as fuck.
No, it'd be so good. It's the flavor.
What flavor?
The flavor. See, you don't know because you don't taste it. And
That
then you
shit-
think people are disgusting for what you don't like. That's okay.
I don't like bell peppers, tomatoes,
But you know what's
onions.
disgusting that you like?
Let's talk about it.
Let me think. Because
I like everything.
you have a
about
really basic palate, I feel like.
Mm.
You do be making the good concoctions, though. Like how you be putting the cheese on the bottom of Chipotle. Listen, the girl today, I was making a bowl for Sean, and she's like, oh, the cheese at the bottom was a little melted. That's probably so good. I was like, hey.
I put everybody on.
Yeah, that was
I
a snap.
put
That was a
everybody
good
on.
one. That was a good one. Or what do you get from? Oh, you get the Cobb salad from Chick-fil-A. But that spicy Southwest, I be thinking about it sometimes. It be so good. It be so good.
It be yummy. Oh, my face is just so sleepy and nana. Now, baby, nana. You sleepy. Huh? Can we go to the next question?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said upcoming artist.
We don't listen to.
I don't.
Keep going to the next one. And your cup is leaning. And you had this cup in here the whole time?
Girl, it's red. It's Buccaneers.
They didn't go to the Super Bowl, so we're not.
Oh, okay. Would you let your girl be a bottle girl? OnlyFans, a stripper. How do we feel about our, like, okay.
If it was our man.
Yeah.
If it was
Not our man, but like, would we want our man to feel some type of way about us being we've been a bottle girl before.
Bottle girl, I feel like that's real calm. That's real chill. Yes, there's going to be, at the end of the day, you have to know what your girl is doing. She's not like, when I was a bottle girl, I didn't go there for the attention. I went there to make my money.
Thank you.
And I'm not saying I'm going to sit here and let a man like grope me or touch me any type of way just so he'll tip me a little better. I could care less about your tip. But
Shit.
you got to be sexy. You got to have that appeal. So it's really it's all about those boundaries that you set with your man. If your man's like, I don't care, go get your money, then that's cool. Now, personally, OnlyFans, that's a different story. That's like Pornhub. I know when I be on porn, I be seeing OnlyFans videos on there. So once your shit is out there, it's out there.
Everybody can see it.
Right. So you
And
might
it's
as well
like
be a
as
porn
simple as
star.
like a little screen record.
You
Somebody
would-
posts you on their close friends.
Right.
One person subscribed to your OnlyFans. Somebody close to you on your close friends. They see you everywhere.
I mean, I don't really care about nobody seeing my man's dick. Like, that's cool. If you got a nice
your
dick,
pussy.
I didn't say I'm making the OnlyFans. This is if he got one.
Oh.
But if you fucking hoes, no, that's crazy. Like, you can't mix body chemistries like that. That's crazy to me.
That's how you fuck up the pH.
It's giving BV. back to her vaginosis.
If you know,
Smell
you know.
like fish. It's
Boric
not-
acid.
I heard that's actually not good. The boric acid fucks it up.
You need to go to the doctor.
You need the pill. But like I just feel like I'm not gonna be okay with seeing my man fuck a bitch on video.
What if it's you though? What if he's fucking you?
Well, I'm not on that. So me personally, I'm not gonna have my coochie out here because especially we're not gonna talk about it. But I'm not gonna have my coochie on blast like that.
Why
I'm
would you
not-
have your coochie on blast?
I just don't want to have it on blast. You know, I've always been that way
The
too.
same thing.
Yeah,
I don't play that. But I feel like I would have talked to no man if he had an OnlyFans.
I have talked to somebody who has OnlyFans.
How did that go for you?
Well, he wasn't shit. I wouldn't say that, but I knew it was not going to be anything. So it was kind of like, okay, we're just cool. We're just talking, dating, cool. I feel like you know who you're talking to. Like, you just automatically tell yourself, okay, yeah, this is not going to be somebody I actually really take serious.
Deal with. This is just
Exactly.
play.
Especially me having a child. Like, it's different. When you have a child, you can't just be... And I think also that's a reason why I have a hard time even committing or trying to talk to somebody. Because, one, you got to find a man who's willing to be with someone who has a kid. Like, a lot of men aren't willing to do that, which is okay. I'm not mad at them for that. That's cool. But that took my dating pool from, let's say, 1,000 to, like, 350.
17.
You know, shit, maybe it is 17. But that's because, you know, some people, and I'm not going to ask no man my age. I'm 22. I'm not going to ask no man my age to settle down and play stepdad. I would never, even being with a man who is open to taking that responsibility, I feel like I would have a hard time, like letting a man buy my son stuff, or like if we go out to eat, like you could pay for my food, but I got my son. Like I would never want to put a man in that position, and I know that comes back with like letting a man be a man, but like you didn't have sex with me and made me have a child, so I'm not gonna make you do that. That's cool, but you see what I'm saying, like. Right. Me having a child also affects how I move forward with relationships. I can say me having a child makes me more like, fuck it, I don't care. Which is not good. It's not a good way to think about it. But it's like, if you couldn't handle me, how are you going to handle me with a child? You feel me? And I have one. And I can't change that. He ain't going nowhere. That's my son. He's going to be here. So like, are you willing to deal with that or not?
So what is your current relationship status right now?
Single.
Okay.
What is yours?
Single.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny?
I'm not laughing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just smiling.
What's smiling?
I'm just laughing.
I don't know. It's funny.
I thought about something from yesterday. It was funny.
Okay.
You want to know the story?
Mhm.
I forgot it. So.
Okay.
Mhm. But what about you? In the OnlyFans, how do you feel? I said I couldn't deal with it.
I couldn't either. I wouldn't even take no parts. Like, you text me in my DM, I look at your bio, when I see OnlyFans, I'm not replying. You're staying in the request.
They're not coming to the primary.
Thank you.
Or is it general?
Or the general. I think
the
it's the general.
General's the main
You're not
one?
coming to either one.
Right.
I couldn't do that. I'm a lover girl. And I fall easy. But I think it's because of my trauma. I have daddy issues.
Okay, so you feel
so
like
I rely
you try
on
to
men.
You want that reliance on
I
men.
want that.
So you like a man to tell you what to do.
Thank you.
Period.
That ass though.
Period.
I really like that. Like a man that makes me like feel like he's dominant.
Okay.
Because if I feel like I walk over you, I'll do that shit. That's where I like if you're not dominant.
A sherm. We don't want a sherm
at all.
Okay. I understand that.
You feel me?
But I kind of like a sherm sometimes.
Sometimes,
because we're really sherms.
We're sherm as hell, but
we are.
I just don't want a sherm as like my mate.
Your mate. That's an interesting word choice.
Yeah.
Mate. Valid.
I need to feel like I'm protected. I don't like feeling like I'll beat that nigga's ass for you.
Facts. Like, I know I want somebody, like, that's something I think about too. Like, if I'm out with you, like, If it came down to fight,
am I gonna feel like I'm protected?
Exactly. Like, do I have to be worried about you getting your ass beat in front of me? Like, you seen that video of the girl, like, she's trying to protect her man. She's on
And
top
she
of
gets
him,
punched in the face.
They
both of them
whacked
are
her with
asleep
a
on the
gun.
floor.
Was it a gun?
I didn't see if it was.
Or he just punched her in
I
with
think
a
he
hand.
punched her.
Bro. You gotta keep it on you, though. Okay. Would you be the type of girl that's gonna, like, are you gonna shoot for your man? You gonna kill somebody for your man?
Without a doubt.
Mm.
That's why. I'm the type of bitch that's gonna get my nigga's name tatted. That's why I shut up. That's why I don't talk about nothing when people make those posts about nothing, because I'm gonna get my name tatted. My nigga's name tatted big.
I wouldn't say big. You want something that's gonna be covered.
I don't care.
But I feel like if you're getting to a point where you're putting a man's name on your chest,
it's not going nowhere.
Exactly.
That shit gonna be toxic.
All right, so what if you get his name tatted, but he's like, I'm not getting your shit tatted. Fuck
bitch,
you.
I'm not getting your name tatted unless both of us are sitting in the same seat at the same time.
Oh, so it's gotta be like at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Equality.
50-50.
50-50.